Alright, let's get started with an assembly. Here we have our external antenna. Here's the outer enclosure door. This assumes you've already done your cable pass-throughs. This is for the AC power into the power supply, external antenna. First thing we want to do is, you can see this piece here. This is for the radio. These things snap into place. So there's a hook right there, and you can see it snap in right there. So it also will slide. You can slide it off, or you can snap. So let's get this DIN rail mounted for the radio. As you can see, there's a radio top and a radio bottom. It's going to go right in the center here. Take our DIN rail screw here. Set that in there. Set that in there. And just get it snug. Separate those two pieces so it should look like that. Next, we want to prepare our DIN rail for our power supply, relay, and main controller. So you can set this up roughly like this. You can see all of the bottom clips here. And these all move around. Just get them, roughly in place. Roughly like this. And we're going to take this on the first, second, third hole from the top. And we're just going to set that down like so. Get that in there. Put our screws in. Get started. Get that started. And we want to position this, about ½ inch or so from that left wall. And we'll snug the screws in. Not over tightening, it's plastic, just snug. Next we want to take our power supply. This is our main well power supply, and we're going to connect up line, neutral, ground. We'll connect these in. Line, neutral, ground. Make sure we're all seated in there. Snug. Okay. Next, we're going to take the DC barrel connector. We have crimped on pins here. This is for our 5-volt supply to the device. Plus is on the right side here. We're going to put that in place. Get that right. Good. Okay. There's one. There's one. Oh, come on, you're killing me. Okay. Ground, positive. Snug that in. Snug that in. Double check. Line, neutral, ground, negative, black, positive DC out. Excellent. And we'll just give each one of these a little tweak before we set it in place. Good. All right. Now we're going to set this power supply down in here like so. And it fits nicely into the recess of this DIN rail mount. We're just going to slide it over. It fits in nice and snug. I'm going to push on the bottom here and you can see, boom, that is nicely in place. So that completes the installation of the power supply. Next, we have our solid state relay, and I've already set on the control wires, positive and negative. Those are snugged into place. And we have our solid state relay left side, right side. Simply, this is just going to set down in here. And you'll see it clip into these little clips right here. It just centers right up. And then we're going to slide this side over. Make sure they're tight. Relay's not moving around. And all that does is just hold the relay in place. The relay is setting on the DIN rail. The DIN rail acts as a heat sink for the relay. And that completes the solid state relay installation. Next, we're going to take our radio unit. There's the external connection, USB. And we're going to set this in here. Now there is a up and down to this. If you try to put it in this way, it's not going to want to sit under this lip right here. There's a little lip under each side. So you'll see that one way it slides under the lip nicely. You can see that go under the lip right there. Perfect. And then we're going to slide this DIN rail mount. We're going to squeeze the two together. And that's sitting in there nicely. And we'll go ahead and screw the SMA connector on there. Now the radio also is sitting on the DIN rail. The radio actually gets quite warm, and that DIN rail provides a super nice heat sink for the radio. And I double check that those are snug, and they are. And that completes the radio installation. Next, we're going to take the PCL-854 mount, and we're going to set it in here like so. We're just going to get the mount roughly in place. So we can see we're going to have to push that rail over just a little bit to get that to be in the ballpark. So I just slid that over. We're going to line these holes up right there. You can see those are lining up. Those are pretty close. And all I'm doing right now is just easing the rail mount over until we're sort of in the ballpark. Once we are, then I'm going to take our mount screws. I'm just going to get these started. There's 4 of them. And I'm going to take I've got a nice lightweight screw gun here that's set on 1, and we'll drive those in. Nice. Definitely don't want to strip these. Okay, so now we have our mounts in, and we're ready to take our PCL device here, the 854. First thing we want to do is set it up into place here. And take our radio. We can slide that into the USB port for the radio. Snap that into place up there. Next, we'll take the 854, just snaps in to the base. That's what I'm doing here, is just making sure it's all squared up. At each center point where it goes into the base is a little clip. All that looks good. And finally, we're going to take our control wires, set those in. Now you can put these control wires on when it's not stepped into the base, that'll be fine. Snug. Snug. Give them a tug test. Tight on that one. Okay. And we'll take our 5-volt barrel DC input and we'll place that into the device. And just double checking our connections here. All that looks good. Radio is set into place. And the only thing I haven't shown here is the connection to the solid state relay in the back for its output. Because we're sitting here on the bench, I don't have any output wires. But those would generally pass through the, right here on the bottom somewhere, your output to your lights themselves. And that completes the installation into the weatherproof enclosure.